this opportunity here in Newcastle?
A wonderful administration that painted a picture of a vision of how football could play into a greater athletic department success and really build community and create an experience that was unique and wonderful for high school students that matched exactly what I had hoped for to find someday, and happened to have an opening at the time that I learned about it and was looking. But I was really happy and grateful to have the chance and be at Manchester. And I could have stayed there for 30 years because the folks were great and the kids were great. And I loved the job, and I loved coaching for them, and I loved working with those coaches. And this is a match that I thought was outstanding. And I was just so lucky to have the chance that I couldn't turn it down. One of the most important things is humility, a sincere sense of humility from really having struggled and fought and worked as hard as I've ever worked in my life for something and not won. The other thing is that the purpose for what we do here has got to be so much deeper than that. It has to be something where if you stripped it all away and you didn't have a title, you didn't have a real job, you would still be able to identify yourself as somebody who cares deeply about young people and wants to see them grow and improve. And for me, that was blatantly obvious that I was a little too focused on turning a program into a perennial winner and fighting a fight to put points on a scoreboard and do things that really were superficial and don't contribute to the growth and development and long term of a team and the young people that I was working with. And I wish that we could have done better, but I learned a great deal in that experience. This process, having been through it a couple times at different programs, is hectic. That in the first year you lose a lot of time that you wish you wish you had back, but it's so necessary to slow down, to reteach things, to make sure that people understand that because they make mistakes doesn't make them bad players. It means it's opportunity to growth. And when they embrace that productive discomfort as a group over time, every failure ends up kind of building them. But it doesn't come together really until mid-season, because it's learning a new language and certainly learning new people. I have been here nonstop since March and been working with them, so I have already had built relationships with the vast majority of players we had. So I was able to know them really well, and we were able to set up what we thought was going to be a plan to win. And we're in a place now where we're light years ahead of anywhere else I've been as a program by the second scrimmage. I really, really feel good about it. Really feel good about where the kids are. Really feel good about the program as a whole. We just need to continue to trend upwards, and the only way to do that is stay humble and really just put your face into the work. And it's the work, it's just work is what I keep telling the kids. And that's all that's between you and really the best version of yourself is it's just work. I'm really excited about our skill. We do have some really great skill players, especially on the perimeter, guys that can cause problems to people that want to play man coverage on them. I'm excited about our offensive line as they come together. We've moved guys around to create an offensive line after having lost some really good players, and especially losing Tristan Jenkins to graduation is a heck of a ball player. So a couple guys stepping up and doing an outstanding job in that role. And then really I think the guy that brings it all together are the two guys running the ball. It's the quarterback, the running back, and the fullback. Our player up there, the do-it-all type of player. Those guys really make the thing go because they create versatility in the offense. The more they can do, the more you can do. And I'm really excited about that because we have some of the best runners that I've ever worked with at the high school level right now, and they're only going to get better because they're all pretty young. Oh, I am so pumped about our front seven. Our front seven is really nasty. They're really stout. They had an excellent first scrimmage against a really, really talented running football team. And they come downhill and they run through people's faces, and it's really exciting to coach that level of intensity and aggression. We have some senior leadership in the linebacking core, especially with those two inside backers returning, and they control everything. And we have two of the nastiest defensive ends that are in our entire conference. At J. Ron Collins and at the other defensive end is Jackson Foreman. Both of those guys are absolutely nightmares for people to kind of game plan against, bookending the defensive line. The expectation is that where we start today is a great launch point, but it's only as good as the work. So the work every day has to match what we hope to be chasing our best, and setting that as your standard at all times, and better tomorrow than we were today, and better today than we were yesterday. I think everybody says that, but for this group entirely, it is so critical that they focus on the here and now and what they can do in the moment, and not really on what else is going on, because there's so much noise coming from outside in about just how they shouldn't have a chance to really even win 5 games in the Bay Rivers, let alone compete for a Bay Rivers District Championship, which is their goal. So I think the focus has just got to be on what are you doing in practice, what's the work look like, and if the work looks good, that's all you can really control, and that's going to be enough for me. I've seen it happen. I've seen it. I have a really good feel for how it'll play out come the first couple of weeks, and then it's all about continuing to do the work, and it's the weight room as well as it out here to be able to maintain that depth, keep the bodies healthy, so we can really play our best football all the way into November and not get bit by the injury bug, which is just something that it devastated them last year roster-wise.